how do valuations work when it comes to construction loans? So typically with a normal loan, you get a valuation of the property. It's one valuation. It is what it is, and it's relatively simple. With a construction loan, typically we're buying the land first or a house that's going to be knocked down. And so when you purchase that property, you'll do a valuation on that land or on that property that's going to be knocked down. And then you'll borrow, as an example, 80% on that purchase for the land. So that's step one. That's relatively standard. That's relatively similar to a normal purchase or a normal valuation process. You'll then get a build contract from your builder, and that build contract may be $1 million, for example, and the land may be worth $1 million. Now, what you'll then do is you provide that build contract to your mortgage broker. They will take that build contract as well as the land valuation and give that to a valuer. And the valuer will basically make a new valuation, an as-is complete valuation, which basically determines what the valuation of the property will be once the build is done. Now, one of the things they look quite carefully for here is, will the end result be worth what you're paying for? Now, in reality, in most instances, you'll find that the end result of the build should actually be worth more than the land plus the build because you've added value to that property. Most major banks, though, will not take that into account. If you've got $1 million block of land, you've got $1 million build, in most instances, the bank will value that at $2 million and 1 million plus 1 million and lend you up to 80% of that, as an example. Some lenders can be a little bit more commercial, and they will actually try and determine what the real end value of that property would be. That's typically with non-bank lenders, and they might look at comparable sales for that completed property and determine that that would be 2.25, 2.5 million, which is quite common. And so sometimes with these non-bank lenders, you can borrow more than you would be able to with a bank, because a bank is going to treat the valuation of the property as the land plus the build cost, whereas a non-bank, a little bit more commercial, can often take the value of the property as what it will be worth once it's finished.